Okay, today I will talk about Hellboy, the Crooked Man. Here's the thing, I was never a really big fan of Hellboy as a character, but if I had to pick my favorite actor that has portrayed Hellboy for over the years, I would easily pick Ron Perlman. His trilogy is almost perfect, a super enjoyable trilogy, and the mind behind it was Guillermo del Toro, who is a really fantastic director. Then came along the 2019 reboot starring David Harbour. That was not that good, but I gotta admit, it was still enjoyable. And then in 2024, they tried it once again with Hellboy and the Crooked Man. Now, how do I think about this film? Well, first of all, I saw the trailer right before I watched this film, and I knew it was gonna be shitty, but I decided myself that okay, I'm gonna still watch the film. It might be fun, it might be still enjoyable even though it is crappy. And after watching the film, man, this film was an abomination. Alright? It is super bad. When talking about quality, this film really looks cheap, you know? This film's budget is like $20 million, but the quality of the film itself is like a fan made. You know guys, if this film was a fan film, I would have been more forgiving. But the fact is, this film is a theatrical release, you know. This is a real film that they put out. And I do think this film in quality is just such a downgrade from all the Hellboy movies that we have gotten for over the years. And if you want to watch a better Hellboy film, you know where to go. Watch the Ron Perlman Hellboy movies. But enough yapping. Let's get into the plot. The plot here follows Hellboy searching, investigating in a village, a small village. And in that circumstance, he eventually fights off some witches and fights off the Crooked Man. Seems simple, right? Yes, it is simple. Adding to the fact that this is the most popular story that Hellboy's been in, the Crooked Man. So, with the story that they picked up for this film, well, at least I got a little bit of anticipation. I knew this was gonna be bad, but judging from the story, I thought, okay, this might be good if done right. Well, am I wrong? Absolutely, absolutely, I am wrong about this film because, as I mentioned before, the quality here is just so bad. It is poorly shot, and I don't know why. The editing for this film is so odd. There are a lot of scenes where there is no transition between the scenes, but just cuts to black, you know, and I really hate that choice in editing process. You know, there is no point to cut your movie to black. Absolutely no point. Pick up some better transition, and this film could not even do it. Man, if this film is really this bad, I was hoping for kind of the action, you know. If you're watching a bad film, at least give us some enjoyable moments, some enjoyable action sequences, which this film didn't have. You know why? Because Hellboy spends most of the time, most of the majority of this film just sitting around and searching for some clues without even fighting some bad guys. And that is the big deal, you know. At least give us some good action, maybe a little bit of, mysticism regarding the Crooked Man, but this film really didn't do any of those things to help this film, get up there, at least be an enjoyable film overall, even though it is still bad in quality. But if it was enjoyable, I would still forgive that, but I really did not get that. Now, this film, as I mentioned before, the action, man, the action sequences in this film are so spread out there, sprinkled anywhere, just a little tiny nuggets of action sequence, and for the rest of the film, nothing really happens, If you're hoping for the Crooked Man to be intimidating or scary, nah, he's just basically a background character, They really didn't use him well. They really did not, make you scared of the Crooked Man or anything like that. He doesn't have any presence on screen, damn it. I knew this was gonna be bad, but I still expected some more enjoyable moments, some more enjoyable action sequences, but I really did not get that. And the worst part of this film is you can't even watch it as a joke. There is no enjoyment to be had here. At least if the movie is unintentionally funny, it would have been better, a little bit better, You still get some funny moments unintentionally, but at the end, guys, I really do not care. I really do not get what I at least wanted to be a fun film, but the film really didn't manage to do the simplest job. So, in the end, guys, I will give Hellboy, the Crooked Man, my lowest score in this channel so far, 2 out of 10. Yes, it is really that bad. You can't even watch this film as a joke, and that's the problem. And if you have seen Hellboy and the Crooked Man, tell me, what are the best moments, if there is any, and what do you hate the most of this film? Or is this film really even worth watching to you guys? Tell me everything in the comment section down below. And if you want to watch a good Hellboy film, I would recommend checking out the Ron Perlman movies. They're much better than this film in quality, in story, in action. If you have seen Hellboy and the Crooked Man, tell me everything you know, everything you hate. Do you think this film should have been made in the first place? Or they should have just left Hellboy alone, Tell me everything, and see you on the next video.